Hello, everyone. This presentation covers the supply chain management analysis of Nike, presented by Team Jade. This presentation will cover Nike's background, its motivation to alter its previous supply chain, the execution strategy used to do so, and a summary of benefits. Nike Inc., the world leader in sports apparel, footwear, and accessories. The main products manufactured were track running shoes, Nike's first products, sportswear, sports equipment, and sports accessory products such as bags, wristbands, and headbands. Nike's background: 1962. Originally known as Blue Ribbon Sports, BRS, founded by University of Oregon triathlete Philip Knight and coach Bill Bowerman. 1964. Initially operated as distributor for Japanese shoemaker Onitsuka Tiger shoes. 1966. BRS opened its first retail store in Santa Monica, California, and expanded operations in Massachusetts in 1967. 1971. BRS became independent and launched its own line of footwear with the swoosh logo, designed by Carolyn Davidson, thus embarking on the introduction of the Nike brand. Further discussing Nike's background, let's discuss some high-impact events. After the introduction of Nike in 1971, a year later during the 1972 Olympic trials, Nike is publicly endorsed by a famous athlete, Steve Prefontaine, who was a track star from the University of Oregon that set the American record of 5,000 meters. During the Olympics, Nike was introduced to the foreign market for the first time. It went public in 1980. And in 1984, Nike signed Michael Jordan to endorse a version of its Air shoe called the Air Jordan. Following the commencement of the Air Jordan, Nike experienced great success. However, in 2001, Nike faced its worst supply chain failure with the implementation of the software application i2. Nike blamed i2 Technologies for a huge sales to earning miscalculation. But what really happened? Well, i2 software was supposed to assist in the forecasting of the demand, where raw material amounts were supposed to be reduced. The goal was to make more of what people actually wanted and less of what they didn't want. Unfortunately, with i2's miscalculations, Nike ended up with too much inventory and excessive order delay. As a result, Nike experienced a $100 million decline in revenue and a 20% drop in stock. So, lesson learned for Nike. And as a result of the i2 failure, Nike became committed to improving their supply chain strategy, as well as to becoming a more sustainable company, becoming more leaner, faster, and greener. Nike's approach to improving the social and environmental conditions of its supply chain evolved through integrated management of sustainability and innovation, increased incentives to suppliers and system innovations intended to prevent problems before they arose. These three aspects were intended to improve performance going forward. In 2009, in order to foster the sustainability of its supply chain, Nike's Rewire approach required making and implementing several changes within the company. These changes involved making a transition to a more integrated organizational structure, the delivery of lean manufacturing training to all employees to build skills and improve efficiency, the development of new supplier incentive scheme, and the promotion of innovation to engage all relevant stakeholders in creating the environment needed for systematic change to take place. Better integration of sustainability within traditional corporate functions required Nike to change its organizational structure. The use of a matrix organizational structure ensures that managers report to multiple departments. Unit goals enable the department of strategies and plans by employees detailing their multidisciplinary responsibilities. As a result of this shift in operations, Nike's Sustainable Business and Innovation Team, SB&I, makes up the company's innovation. The SB&I reports to and works closely with sourcing and manufacturing, product design, product creation, strategy, finance, and marketing. With each department accountable for sustainable performance, this makes the company better able to integrate sustainability into business decisions earlier in the process rather than later. The principles of lean and green perfectly align with sustainability best practices such as reducing resource use and waste, valuing the workforce, and reducing downtime. Nike practices encouraging lean manufacturing by its contract manufacturers embracing the philosophy of continuous improvement. This is intended to lead to increased productivity through a more skilled and engaged workforce. Nike encourages and trains its manufacturers to empower workers' creativity by implementing the lean principles. Ultimately, this leads to an increased worker satisfaction and gains in the industry. With such focus on sustainability, how is it measured? Well, the Manufacturing Index, MI, is a business model that elevates the importance of sustainable manufacturing practices. The index is used to monitor, measure, and reward suppliers on quality, on time delivery, cost, and sustainability performance. Each of the four categories receive 25% each rating. Based on the scores in each category, manufacturers are awarded a score between 0 and 100, putting them in a gold, silver, bronze, yellow, or red category. While many companies penalize suppliers for noncompliance with their code of conduct, Nike has put in place incentives aimed at changing suppliers' behavior for the better. For instance, high performing suppliers are granted access to company special programs on leadership and training on issues such as waste and energy management, as well as the implementation of lean processes. Nike's reach is very extensive, and the implementation of strategies to improve its supply chain at the factory level requires a system of measurement that is effective and thorough. It is for this reason that Nike has put its energy where it has the most impact and that it's at the manufacturer's level. The finished goods manufacturing part of the value chain has the biggest impact on people and the environment. In terms of collaborative product and process design, Nike focuses on producing environmentally sustainable innovations. The company has targeted innovations that can prevent environmental issues and still create value for the customer. For example, 2010 World Cup football shirts were made from recyclable plastic bottles. More recently, Nike's Flyknit technology was used to deliver lighter shoes for runners that use fewer materials. In terms of manufacturing processes innovations, Nike has also made an investment into processes that conserve natural resources such as water. For example, Nike was Dutch company that produced the first waterless dyeing technique. This will improve dyeing methods used in the textile industry, which will conserve water in the long run. Finally, in an effort to harness collective innovation that can raise the bar of sustainability across industries, Nike formed Launch with NASA. This collaborative approach is an effort to generate open source innovations used to relate to sustainability and accelerate potential successful innovation. So, after all of this, what are the benefits? Well, there are better working conditions. Nike has involved to its efforts to improve working conditions in contracted factories. In addition, there have been savings of at least 15 cents per unit through better labor productivity and lower waste due to lean manufacturing. By the end of 2013, 70 to 76% of its apparel and 85% of its footwear was manufactured on lean lines. In addition, there's an ability to move an astonishing number of units through its supply chain. In 2013, Nike moved over 900 million units through its supply chain. There's also quick delivery. Nike can deliver shoes manufactured in Madagascar to a retail store in Toronto in less than 24 hours. There are even more benefits. A cleaner supply chain. Through partnerships such as BlueSign Technology, Nike suppliers now have access to online tools that aid them in finding the most sustainable materials available. There have been improved profit margins, money saved, as well as a widened gap between Nike and other sport outfitters. Lastly, reduction in materials such as nylon and polyester used in manufacturing products. This concludes our presentation. We hope you have gained deeper insight into the supply chain management of Nike. Thank you for listening.